Yeah, I mean, my first message, like, I walked in the locker room, told the guys, I was like, look, we found a way. And it was difficult. There wasn't a lot of beauty in a lot of parts of that game. But we found a way, whether it's a defense, a stop, scored just enough or did, just enough. And, we didn't play great, but there's going to be games like this and a lot of games like this. And I like the fact that I think we can learn a lot and hopefully build some confidence that we did find a way, but learn a lot in the win that, some things that we could do better. And I'll give those guys credit. I thought Antonio Day played great. That's as good as I've seen him play. He was terrific tonight. And he caused us some problems and with shooters around. I thought we did a great job on their two kind of main offensive players, the big kid Mustafa and Udajay. But there's other guys can play too, and they made a lot of good plays tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it there, but it did seem like early in the week you kind of highlighted Udajay and Mustafa, and yeah, you look at their numbers, you kept them under control. Was that kind of the difference of the game? I mean, especially when you look at the free throw difference. I mean, they weren't able to go inside to him much at all, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they were a focus of ours. And I thought Talk and Tyree did a good job on defense. And I thought Justin got us off to a great start. We started the game 17-2, and then Justin gets an unfortunate foul. And I thought we had a good defensive start and a good offensive start. And, we were trying to, limit those guys, and it takes a team defense. But a couple of those guys who, were making threes, they typically make threes. And we had some defensive lapses there. So there was some things that weren't quite as sharp as we need to be. But we did, like I said, just did enough. And we barely, I won't say we held on because I thought we made some plays down the end. But, there's parts of where we felt like, all right, take a big breath there at the end and kind of relax because I don't know how, we figured it out.
I know you never want to give up an 18-point lead and let another team come back into it. But how proud are you of your team to kind of weather the storm and find a way as you talked about to get out of it?
Yeah, I mean it's a 40-minute game, and I don't care what sport you watch. If you want to watch football or basketball, especially when the lead's early, I like to be up 18 with a minute to go, and then I think we got a better chance. But we started well. They made shots. They made plays. We had guys in foul trouble. We got a little bit sloppy, and truthfully, to let them back in. And then we built it back up. And then I know they got to 51-51. I think I called a timeout there. And from that point forward, it was really difficult to score. But I thought we were tough enough to get the win.
You talked about that timeout when it was tied at 51. I think there's the first time it was tied in a while. What was kind of the message in that? And, you guys you never let go of the lead after that point.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the faces of my guys, and I was just extremely positive. And I just told Dave that I felt like I was like a corner man in a boxing match where I was just like, you guys got it. Like, you're okay. Like believe, we're fine. And I just had to pick them up. It wasn't an X and O thing. I don't think I did any X and O. I knew we could play better. I knew they made some plays. But our guys just needed some belief and encouragement. And added that, a lot of the belief and encouragement came from our student section tonight. Like, I don't know, what it would look like if they weren't here. I wouldn't want to think of it, but they lifted us up in some tough moments today.
Yeah, you hit on that. I think it was the biggest crowd of the season. Did you guys pick up on that early? I mean, they stayed in the second half. Maybe that was the plan with giving up the lead, is he kept them here in the second half. But did they kind of give you a big boost at times?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even in good times. I think they picked us up in the bad times, and that's what we needed. And I thought they were positive with us, even though we were, making, and the whole fan base was positive and kept staying with us, and almost wouldn't let our guys get down, that's a home court advantage. When it's loud like that, and they believe in us and they're cheering for us. I mean, it's a huge part of the reason we won, because we weren't great tonight, but that they lifted us up.
So you've talked before about how balanced your team is, especially tonight with the box scores, a lot of balanced scoring. Do you think that kind of helped you guys late in the game when baskets were coming tough, and Terrence had a couple tough layups, Votto got to the line a couple times. Do you think that helped, that balanced attack helped there at the end?
Yeah, I mean, we were searching there in the second half. We were trying to find anybody that was in a rhythm. And, the best rhythm we had, because we weren't comfortable, was just to drive the ball extremely aggressive. And I thought we had some big offensive rebounds there. I know Mezzi got one, and he dropped it off to Noah, and Tyree got one off a free throw. There was some big offensive rebounds. I thought Julian Wooden was probably, as strong and important to this win as anybody on our team. But that just shows our depth. Julian is an experienced guy. He's been starting. He knows how to play. I thought he made good plays along with some other guys too.
The broadcast mentioned that you have your guys shooting 100 free throws a day, and by the end of the week, you're shooting 1,000 free throws. I know it wasn't exactly perfect foul shooting there at the end, but do you think that helped as you guys close it out?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I know we were 9 for 10 to start the game, and it was looking good, like we want to make them, and these guys can make them. They've been good shooters. Tonight's free throw percentage is 72.7. If you said that before the game, I probably would have taken that. But we did miss some at the end of the game. Then I think those kind of stand out even more. But 73% is not too bad. But there was some crucial misses. I know guys will make them next time.
One more, Shane.
Yeah, you've had a few games this year where when you weren't making threes, you couldn't really do anything to overcome that. And you made some early in this one, but I think finished 1 for
11 in the second half. Yeah.
I think 1 for 16 after the start, 6 for 12 start. So, do you just like that you were able to figure out a way tonight without making threes and kind of using that as a dagger?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if we made more shots, it'd have been a lot easier. And but you got to win some games like this. And they got good players, really talented players, a heck of a coach, one of the best coaches in the country. And you got to just kind of figure some things out sometimes, and just figure out how to win the next possession, whether it's our defense or offense. And I don't think we took a lot of bad ones. I got to go look at the tape. I'm a little bit, my head's spinning right now after that one, but I want to see if there were some bad ones. But I got faith in the guys. Votto had a wide open one. I know he wants back. I think he could have put the dagger in it right there towards the end. So good shooters, going to keep shooting. I hope they're saving them for Saturday. We got the misses out of the way, and hope they come Saturday. All right, thanks, guys.